welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a little while, and I'm sorry for that. I am now employed again, by the way, so I'll be able to do these more. I got this at the thrift store a little while back. I lost the sticker apparently, but I think it was like $2 or $3. They are used, but they look to be more of a kid's style oil pastel, and we all know I love me my oil pastels. But they seem to be pretty nice, especially what I've looked at online, but it does say 5+, and they are in like a kid's carrying case, like you hold a little handle. And it's talking about like scratch techniques and rubbings and blending and mixing, which is typically what I would do. That being said, let's pop these guys open. And you can see that they're a little rough. They've been loved. Oil pastels do break really easily though, so I'm not upset about it. I probably would have ended up breaking them myself if they hadn't already been broken. Some of them are a little shorter than others as well. Only a few of them really have the original tips on. I did pre-sketch this. I think it's a mantis. I think it's a praying mantis of some sort. And that leads me on to the next thing, is October. I have a theme. Do you want to try and guess the theme now? Leave it in the comments if you can guess what the theme is going to be. Insects. We're going to do creepy crawlies. So we're going to do creepy crawlies for October. So I do have some fine details on this that I might have to achieve by scraping some of it away. But we're going to find out. I might be able to just use the edge. But we're mostly going to be working with the browns anyhow. Then let's see if I can't layer on top of that. Oh yeah, we're fine. So let's start here in the back. And I'm starting on the actual insect itself first instead of the background this time, mostly because I know I'm probably gonna have to scrape some away, and then that way I can just cover it much easier. I'm gonna use the edge to get a little bit more precision back here. They are definitely flaking quite a bit, like all of these little bits here. But that's okay. It's not necessarily a bad thing. We can make do with it. I'm gonna use a thick sewing needle as my little scraper because I don't know how YouTube is gonna be about me having a knife. I'm gonna simplify it a little bit, to be honest with you, but I'm just gonna add in some of these textury bits. Now, I think these would be a lot easier to work with, honestly, if I was working much bigger, just because they are a little clunky. I'm able to work with the edge because they do have a nice edge, and it's hexagonal. I think that's the correct shape. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Maybe I need to go back to math class. I forgot my shapes. What I do for my reference photos is I have an old phone that I use, and I just send it to myself on Gmail. And I just don't take it off of Gmail, but my Google account is updating. So I'm just gonna work on the background a little bit because the fence that he's on is black. So I'm just gonna get my rough color in while it's updating. So we're gonna jump around just a little bit.
Why'd you have to leave me here all alone? Yeah, I should've known.
For the most part, the little crumblies are light enough and dry enough you can just blow them away. Already look at my fingers.
I could be the one you love, but I'm so goddamn tired of. Why'd you have to leave me here?
So I'm thinking ahead for the background just to give myself a little bit of a break, and I'm really liking this like really deep midnight blue color, even though the background is a driveway. And I might mix it up a little bit, but I think I'm just going to keep it simple since this is my first video back. And I haven't really done a whole lot of art off the channel lately, so I think we're just gonna jump into this. Something that I'm noticing while I'm doing a big patch of it unblended as well is that these are very, very transparent. They do blend and build very well together, and that might be because they're transparent, but you can see like it's pulling up on the texture of the paper even.
I could be the one you love, but I'm so goddamn tired of.
So I know it looks messy right here, but the oil pastel was starting to coagulate on the edges from me pressing hard. So instead of wasting it, I'm just putting it down as a base over here. And then you can go back and go over it and it'll blend it out. Just like that. And that way you're not wasting the product. got the main insect done. When we do more of the background, we'll be cleaning it up. I do wish I had a little bit more detail in this, but I should have worked larger if I really wanted it that bad. That being said, we can still go in like this and scratch out a little bit more, not a whole lot. And now this part is darker, and then this part is darker and fades into like a bluey gray. I'm going to keep it simple because of the amount of itty bitty spots that we need to fill in with it, and kind of just try and go straight gray. Let's go over here. So what I'm trying and failing to do is take this little bit of oil pastel that rolled off and place it there, because it's such a teeny tiny spot. Something that I'm noticing is that when you're trying to blend them with your fingers, which is something you're supposed to be able to do with oil pastel, it's just flaking. Yeah, you're gonna get messy with oil pastel, that's expected, but it's just peeling off of the paper in like rolls, and it's honestly pretty gross. So I'm trying to blend it with the gray here. You can blend oil pastel with oil pastel perfectly fine for the most part. You can see here where some of it's lifted in the blue. This should not be happening when you're blending it with your finger. That's kind of ridiculous, to be honest with you. And you can see here where it's lifted up itself as well a little bit. And for the most part, in the photo, it's flat black. But partially to kind of make it look like some of these spots were intentional, where it didn't work well with itself, I'm going to use the gray to just make it look like light is hitting it. That's the best I'm going to be able to get with the screw. I'm going to be real with you. What these are reminding me a lot of, initially, just by looks, is the Crayola oil pastel. And those I actually really enjoyed. These are a more expensive knockoff. They are so crumbly. They blend when they want to blend and not when you want them to blend. The color range is workable but limited. When I looked online, I did not see any other sized sets, so you can't get a bigger set or a smaller set. It's just what you get when you get these. They are the kids version because I did see an adults version by Faber Castell, which I knew that they had to have had, but I just didn't know that it was out there specifically. I'm just... Don't get these. Brand new, just based off of a Google search, the first thing that came up, whether that be targeted ads or whatever, it might be the same for everybody. This is a 24 pack of the Faber Castell Kids Oil Pastels, which they don't target towards children, but they are for children. It doesn't say children's oil pastels. It does say 5+ up in this corner. I don't know if you can see it with my lighting, but it is 5+ children's oil pastels, 24 pack. And it says right here as well, $9.50. No matter where you are in the world, if you have taxes, they're going to be over $10. These, which being Crayola is targeted towards children, outright targets towards children because the brand is known for being a kids brand. First thing that showed up, $5.59. This has 4 more pastels in it. Granted, 2 of them are metallics. So you've got your silver and your gold right here. But they are so much better. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Have an awesome day.